So, when all the rosters were released yesterday, I was at work. And I was like, it's too bad I'm at work. Because I'd love to do a video on this. But it's too late now. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? To heck with it. Opening night was yesterday. Let's look at the ones that are surprises. So surprises that made the roster, and we're not going to talk about who missed. I understand DeBrincat got sent down. He's going to be brought back up. It's all working around the salary cap problem that Chicago's going to have all year. Reminds me when the Canucks, under Mike Gillis, would have to demote guys and bring them up during certain days. So in order to work the cap, you'd have to send a guy down to the American League for a day. He wouldn't actually leave the team, but officially he'd be demoted and then brought back up, and that way you could work around the cap. But, that aside, let's take a look. Anaheim, Francois Beauchemin is still playing hockey. Jared Boll makes the team. Cachet is going to surprise people. Andre Cachet, I think, is going to surprise people with his abilities to score goals. Dennis Rasmussen makes the team. A large injured list there. Arizona, Clendenning and Connaughton. Two former Canuck hangers-on are out there playing hockey for them. Lawson Krause makes the team. Duclair makes the team. We'll see how long he sticks around. There's Brad Richardson. Nice to see him back. Zach Ronaldo's a surprise that he made the team, just based on the fact that when Boston waived him a year ago, it didn't seem like his career was going anywhere. For Boston, of course, Anders Bjork made the team. He's not going to be on the top line, but he's going to be counted on to get some offense done for them. I can't say there's any big surprises. It's a mild surprise that Hudobin makes the team and now Subban gets waived, and that's caused all kinds of issues because now he's in Vegas and blah, blah, blah. Buffalo, there's Victor Antipin makes the team, which shouldn't surprise anybody who followed him over the summer. Seth Griffith makes the team for Buffalo. Jacob Josephson makes the team. Kind of surprises me a little bit. And Matt Tennyson. And there's Benoit Pouliot. So Benoit Pouliot still has a job in the NHL. Calgary, no big surprises there. Freddie Hamilton's a bit of a surprise. Carolina, Hayden Fleury's there. That's not really a surprise as much as a happy incident for Carolina fans. A lot of good young defensemen in Carolina. Lots of them. Yanni Kookkonen made the team. That's kind of a surprise. Chicago. Anybody surprising here? Jordan Osterley's a bit of a surprise. Colorado. There shouldn't be any surprises for Colorado, really. Colborne made the team, but he got waived. And he cleared waivers. So we'll see what happens with Colborne from here, but he's fallen way off the map, hasn't he? Cleared waivers? Just a couple years ago, he was kind of a hero in Calgary, and rightfully so. There's Nail Yakupov. No surprise he made it, though. Patrick Nemeth, who I hope has a good restart to his career in Colorado. Columbus. There's Bjorkstrand made the opening night lineup. Milano, who they say is going to play top six. Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. Just, it's more of a... All right, there. Now you guys can kind of... Dallas. Anybody surprise me with Dallas? Honka doesn't really surprise me. I think they were betting on him. Jamie Alexiak's still there. That does kind of surprise me a little bit. Gemmel Smith kind of surprises me. Detroit Red Wings. Ferk surprises me a little bit because Ferk kind of got thrown around a bit last year. And I've always liked Martin Ferk. Any guy who has a last name that doesn't have a vowel in it, I respect your brave choice of not having a vowel. Luke Witkowski makes the team. And then on the injured list, Tyler Bertuzzi, Johan Franzen, Matt Laredo, Evgeny Svechnikov, and Eric Tangradi. Tangradi and Laredo won't make the team, but they're on the injured list right now, so there's no big deal. Edmonton, V2 made the team. Of course, Benning made the team. Benning was fantastic down the stretch during the playoffs. Ryan Strome's there. Kyler Yamamoto, that's of course a surprise to some, including myself. Injured Ryan Stanton. Didn't know Stanton was playing for Edmonton at all. Florida, Dadonov makes the team. We'll see how he does for them this year. Michael Haley makes the team. Jared McCann's there as well. Of course, he had a hat trick, so I'm sure there are some thinking this is his retribution season. Owen Tippett's right there with Florida as well. Florida needs offense, so Owen Tippett will get every chance possible to prove himself. L.A., Johnny Brodzinski. News to me. Oscar Fantenberg. Alex Iafallo. Kempe makes the team. Not really a surprise there. Curtis McDermott. A lot of guys here with LA that I'm going, oh, okay, I guess. Minnesota. Not really any surprises here. Eric Sneck makes the team. Olofsson makes the team. Mike Riley makes the team out of camp. Let's see if Riley can stay in the NHL all season. That'll be an interesting storyline for Minnesota. Montreal. Delarose. Hudon. Mate. We'll see how long Mate plays for them. It may be until Juleson gets back from injury. There's Mark Streit. Nashville. Aberg makes the team out of camp. Samuel Girard. Yeah, there's not really any big surprises in Nashville. New Jersey, of course, based on where the team finished offensively last year. Jesper Bratt makes the team. Jimmy Hayes was a surprise that he made the team, honestly, to me. Mirko Mueller's on their roster to start the season. They need him to play well. Drew Stafford did relatively well in the preseason. So we'll see how Jersey is with them. And they have Brian Boyle on the injured list. Sadly, yeah, it looks like Boyle is going to miss some time. I was really hoping that, he wouldn't miss any time with what's going on with him. The Islanders, Beauvillier is not really a surprise. There's Ho-Sang made the team out of camp. Pelich, Pulak. A lot of youth. Mayfield. The Rangers, there's Buchnevich again. Cheadle, of course, the one that everybody's asking about. Paul Carey. D'Angelo. Kampfer. Kampfer makes teams out of camp often, and then at least I think he does. I think he did with Boston that one year. But he's a back and forth kind of guy. Shea, Stahl, VC, Zibanejad, Zuccarello, no surprises anywhere. Ottawa, Borowiecki got signed for 2 more years. So, okay. Logan Brown makes the team. Clayson will get an opportunity. Formenton makes the team as well, which surprised some people, including myself. Of course, Colin White's out for a while. He may get sent down when Colin White comes back. Philly. Any surprises out of Philly? Haig makes the team. Of course, famously from last night, Morin and Sanheim were both scratched, and McDonald made the lineup last night. And sad for Philly fans in that I think McDonald is going to play regularly, and you're going to see healthy scratches in Morin and Sanheim. I do think that's the way that it's going to go. And Brendan Manning's still on the team. Pittsburgh, Josh Archibald. Hunwick's not a surprise. Greg McKegg surprised a lot of people out of camp, and I keep getting asked to see the answer at third line center. I don't know. He'll answer that question. He'll answer it better than I would. He at least is going to get the shot at it, and if he does well, then yeah, he's fine. It's nice, though, because playing behind Malkin and Crosby, he doesn't really need to provide much offense. He just needs to be not a liability defensively. For San Jose, the Bodker project continues. Dylan DeMello, Barclay Goodrow, Tim Heed. You know, it's funny. San Jose just keeps churning out players. Kevin LeBank's another one. He had 2 goals last night. They just keep churning out players. And by which I mean guys who can actually play in the NHL. St. Louis, Vince Dunn finally makes an NHL debut. I believe last night he played for St. Louis against Pittsburgh. I didn't see the game. Wade Megan. Kind of a surprise there. Thompson made the team. Of course, it helps that injured are Berglund, Bouwmeester, Fabry, Kostin, Opilka, Sanford, and Steen. Kostin is the one that I want to see how he plays. Hopefully he isn't out for very long. I want to see how he does for St. Louis. Because I think he was a steal. Remember, he was the draft pick that went back for Ryan Reeves. Tampa. There's Budai again. Dotchin. Gourde. Kuku makes the team. Kunitz, of course. Sergachev makes the team. Question about whether he's going to be top 4 or not, but I think he will. Toronto. No real surprises in Toronto other than Borgman's in. Marinson's on the waiver wire. He's on his way out. Vancouver, no surprises for anybody who's been following Vancouver. Biega's a good defenseman and a good utility forward on top of that. He can play both. Virtanen makes the team based on a strong preseason. Hopefully, expectations for him are realistic and not optimistic. Overly optimistic, which Canuck fans can be. Vegas. Losing James Neal's going to hurt them. Clayton Stoner's on the injured reserve too. Signing Peary is going to be a good move for them, although they waived him right away. So I don't know if he's going to play in the NHL. I know they signed a 2-way contract, so they may just send him to the American League and then bring him up when they need somebody. I'm really surprised at how Brendan Peary's fallen off the radar. That has genuinely surprised me. So for Vegas, this is obviously not going to be their final roster because Shipachev has to come back up. Theodore and Tuck have to come back up. So that means people who are on this list are going to be off. Of course, Pickard's been waived. He's on his way off the roster one way or another. I think Griffin Reinhart's going to be out. I have a funny feeling Griffin Reinhart's going to get moved. They may be overvaluing Reinhart. That wouldn't be the first time somebody's overvalued Reinhart. At least nobody's ever traded a first for him. Washington. Chorney's mild surprise, but again, Washington's trying really hard to just get a team on the ice and stay under the cap. So there's going to be a lot of guys on this roster who look unremarkable on paper, like Nathan Walker is an example. Aaron Ness is another one, but you've got to fill your team. So these guys are going to get a shot to play, and it's going to be a shot they wouldn't get anywhere else, so hopefully they take advantage of it. Looking at you, Nathan Walker. Winnipeg Jets. I'm always kind of surprised when Sherratt's still on the team. Kulikov, I'm still surprised they picked up Kulikov. There's Patan. And Hendricks is the only one on the injured list. And Brandon Tanev is still in Winnipeg. Mildly surprised by that. So, let me know what you guys think. So, which guy who's currently on a roster that we're not talking about right now are we going to be talking about by the end of October, by the end of November, by the end of December? Let me know that in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.